Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In part 4 of this series, we connect CodeApps to Dataverse using connections. Let's check it out. So here you can see a React application that displays a list of projects. This data is actually coming from Dataverse, and this app built using CodeApps framework and GitHub license. Now I will navigate to Power Platform environment. I have already created a solution called CodeApp solution. From here I go inside to the tables, and this is the table that I'm going to use in the demo purpose. Okay, now let me show you something. Let's say if you have CodeApp already in your environment, when you add it to a solution, it shows as CodeApp. CodeApps by default targets to a preferred solution when you are deploying it using pack command line. So you can actually add to another solution for better ALM process from here by adding it to a, a CodeApp, select the app and then click on add. Okay, now coming back to the tables, inside this table, you can see that we have already have some predefined data. This records represents different projects, and this is the data that our application is going to use and retrieve it. Here you might have noticed the logical name, and that is the logical name that we're gonna add to a command. So this is the command that actually runs and adds a data source to our code structure. Now I am copying it paste in the terminal of Visual Studio Code. It executes and it runs. Using this Power Pack CLI, we can add a connection. So it will simply run the command in the VS Code adds. Once the command runs successfully, you can see two file structures. The first one is model file. It represents the Dataverse table structure in TypeScript where each column becomes a property. Second file is service file, which is responsible for communication with the Dataverse. It contains a methods like operations like getting record, deleting, updating, etc. So in simple terms, model file defines the structure, service file handles the communication. So you can also see in the power.config.json file the reference connection reference that got added automatically. Okay, now instead of manually writing the logic, I'm going to use GitHub Copilot to speed up the development. Here I am using my GitHub trial license, which is used in this application. You can select a new chart editor and see how it with different types of models here with your GitHub licensing plan. Now let's switch back to the chart window. Here you can give the instructions according to your project requirement. Now I have provided all my instructions in one single prompt and I am executing it now. So it runs and it creates the required components step by step. It will add the CSS, it will create the TS files, and it will run the build. Once the build is failed, if the build is failed, it will rerun again. And once the build is succeeded, it will provide us with a summary. Now, this is the summary. It will show me what it has done, how it has been implemented, and what are the steps it has followed. It will clearly show here in the steps. 23. I will switch to command line and I will run the command npm run build. Now, this is the command that runs and shows us if there are any errors. They appear here. Once the build is succeeded, we can deploy the app. Now, let's run another command which is pack code push. Okay, now this is the command that deploys our app to Power Platform environment. Once the deployment is completed, the CLI provides a URL for us. Now, this is the URL that you can copy and go to a browser and execute it. Now, this is the application that we have built with few prompt or instructions. You can see the tab structure, you can see the cards, you can also see the search button. This is all developed with the help of the instructions that we have given in the GitHub Copilot chat window. So this is how I have built a simple code app using Power Platform, Code App and GitHub Copilot license. That's it, friends. If you like my content, please like my channel and subscribe. Thank you.